My next patron question is from Hayden, who wanted me to compare two sequels with a similar producing team. Which sequel is better, Cloud of Chance Meatballs 2 or the Lego Movie 2, the second part? Both of these are of course continuations of popular movies directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, although they did not direct the follow-ups. They had story credits on Cloudy 2, which was directed by Chris Pern and Cody Cameron, and they were co-writers on the Lego Movie 2, with Mike Mitchell handling the directing reins. The directors brought their own sensibilities to these projects without losing the manic energy and witty writing Lord and Miller are known for. But which do I prefer? I think the strength of both films come from their visual imagination. In Cloudy's case, it extended the creative food concept of the first movie and applied it to food-animal hybrids. This allows the production to indulge in all kinds of silly and funny puns. There's a leak in the boat, I'm gonna cut the cheese, that sort of thing. While others may find that sort of humor tiring after a while, I got a genuine kick out of it. With the Lego Movie 2, the filmmakers used the opportunity to combine different types of Lego sets and expand on the world established in the first film. This is primarily done as a commentary on the way boys and girls play with their toys. I remember there being some concern about this before the sequel was released, but I actually think the film handled it rather well, especially in showing the difficult sibling relationship between Finn and his younger sister. The mixing of the real and Lego worlds is done to clever effect here. With Cloudy 2, I really have to give an enormous amount of credit to character designer Craig Kelman. His designs were so inventive and amazing to look at. One of my favorites was a talking strawberry named Barry, who helps the heroes along. The elastic characters also pushed further, especially the villain Chester V. With his rubbery arms and fluid movements, he really made an impression on me and continues to wow me on every viewing since. Speaking of the villains, Cloudy 2 and the Lego Movie 2 do have somewhat similar antagonists. Both feature villains who attempt to manipulate the heroes by being everything they aspire to be at first. However, as their real motives become clear, the protagonists eventually reject them and of course save the day. Rex Dangervest is humorously made a double of Emmett, with Chris Pratt even providing his voice and bringing almost a Kurt Russell-like delivery. To be honest, I don't know why Chris Pratt doesn't get more voice acting gigs. I can think of a famous video game character and long-running comic strip feline he could voice, but he's probably a long shot. In Cloudy 2, we have Chester V, who Will Forte voices with the appropriate know-it-all attitude as he messes with Flint Lockwood to fulfill his evil deeds. I also liked how Cloudy of a Chance Meatballs 2 was a parody of Lost World Adventures. There's a lot of fun to be had as the characters travel through the island and meet all sorts of creatures. The locations are quite stunning and are beautifully brought to life by the artists at Sony Animation. The Lego Movie 2 opts for more of a science fiction vibe, as it begins as a takeoff on the Mad Max movies and then becomes an outer space adventure. One of the strengths of the Lego sequel also comes from the songs. This one is a musical, and all of the songs succeed at being catchy and hummable. There's even a tune literally titled Catchy Song, although my favorite number in the film is Gotham City Guys. Cloudy 2 is not a musical, but we do get an excellent score from Mark Mothersbaugh, who incidentally was also the composer on the Lego Movie 2. So going back to Hayden's question, which sequel do I like more? While I do enjoy Cloudy 2 as a wacky comedy with all sorts of inspiring visuals and delightful sight gags, I have to pick the Lego Movie 2. I really appreciate the message and commentary, especially how being brooding and cynical isn't actually much of a personality, or at least not a personality that would make people want to hang out with you. And you should not try to change someone, especially when they're trying their best to look the bright side of life. I also find the movie remains a consistently funny experience and did a great job of continuing its predecessor's story. Now tell me in the comments whether you prefer the Lego Movie 2 or Cloudy of a Chance Meatballs 2, and thank you for your question, Hayden.